Hey guys, Ningen here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and this one is a bit off the cuff. I haven't planned it completely. I had the idea yesterday and then I saw some more posts today relevant to the topic, and so I decided to just go ahead and record it right now. I've opened a few relevant windows, but I haven't fully planned it out, but I'm sure you're going to get the message and you'll have seen the title anyway, so hopefully Truth's not going to be mad at me. I'm not saying that they're bad, but we're going to talk about why you should not have this mentality of I'm going to save for LR, Kale and Caulifla. So obviously on Global, we have the Heroes banner coming up very soon. We just found out that we're going to get the 300 million downloads event pretty much like a week after this banner drops, maybe even less, because I think the actual live stream that gives out all the details is about 5 days after this banner drops. So the 300 mil is obviously not going to start exactly after that live stream. So we're looking at a week or two potentially out from this banner for the 300 mil. So there is definitely a big argument that could be made that you should skip this banner to save for the 300 mil, especially if you're free to play. We don't know how the banner is going to change for Global, but you're probably going to get, if nothing else, it's going to be guaranteed featured, and we don't know whether the featured units will change. So this banner is very good, and it has guaranteed value. And this is the thing that the video is about, basically, that people don't really think about, is the value of banners. And the value of banners is really important when you are either free to play or you only spend a very small amount of money. Maybe you spend like $10 or $20 a month at most, right? Maybe when there's a sale, you pick up like one of the 91 stone packs for like $32 or whatever it is. So obviously you can't whale out, you can't summon on every banner that comes out. So value is really important. And this banner has guaranteed value. I did a whole video about this banner. I've done two now, I think, but if it stays the way it is, all of these units are good and you get a guaranteed one for every multi. And then knowing how Global is, we're very likely to get discounts, like the first 3 multis are 30 stones or something like that, right? So guaranteed value. Then I've brought up here some of the banners that are coming up next. So one of the big Dokkan Fests I've seen a lot of people say that they're going to save for is the Trunks and Zamasu banners. So the Trunks is amazing. Gogeta comes back. Future Gohan is kind of but Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta very good. Tech Vegeta Blue is obviously good but kind of outdated at this point. And then of course you have to have the token old featured SSRs. This Trunks very irrelevant now, but Vegito, especially when he will eventually get an Easy A, will be insanely good. And then Zamasu's banner is insane. Zamasu is really good. Broly, Int Goku Black, who is good, he's just very underrated because his transformation is hard to see in most events. Turles, obviously one of the best units in the game. STR Rose, still very good now. And then of course here's the older ones here. I guess the Zamasu and Trunks will also get Easy A's eventually, but it'll probably be the Rose and Vegito Blue first. So, just like on JP, when this banner comes out for the first like 300 hours, it'll be 3 multis get 1 free. And then as we saw with the 4-year for Global and various other Global banners that have come out, we will probably get the first 3 multis discounted as well. Which means you'll get 4 multis for 90 stones on both banners. So there is some value. Not guaranteed value because the banner is obviously not guaranteed featured. But it has a lot of very good units in it. Almost any one of these first like 5 featured units are still very, very good pulls. Obviously you don't really want to be getting guaranteed featured animations and getting tech merge Zamasu, but these banners are both very, very good. And then at the same time we get this support banner where they add in this Gawasu, who awakens into Gawasu and Zamasu, who is a very, very good support unit for all of the teams that you can run them on. And this is one of those banners that will be 3 multis for 30 stones, guaranteed featured as the GSSR. So absolutely worth doing all 3 multis. Obviously the Gawasu is the prize. Int Zamasu is still pretty good. This Trunks is pretty good. AGL Mai is good. Easy A physical Trunks. Like these first 5 units are all very good. STR Zamasu not so much. Mai gets an awakening when the Trunks and Zamasu banners come out, so she's okay as well. She's actually a very good support unit for the Time Travelers team. So this banner has pretty decent value, especially if you can pull the Gawasu. And then after that, JP got what we would refer to as the New Year step up banner on global. This came back and you could do one rotation instead of the two that we got for the New Year. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this, and this could probably even be its own video, that JP got this because Japan got a new emperor and essentially entered what they refer to as a new era. And that this banner was to celebrate that. But a lot of people have been acting like because global doesn't have a global equivalent to the starting of a new era, that we won't get this. And I don't really understand that logic, because they often give us events that were specific Japanese celebrations for things like Thanksgiving. So I would expect that we could still see this banner come out, because Trunks and Zamasu potentially will come out around Thanksgiving sort of time. Obviously we don't really know the schedule, but we could definitely see this banner, and this banner is the best banner that has ever been in the game. Like, there's no anyone who says otherwise is just wrong. 200 stones will get you guaranteed units. You get a guaranteed LR, a guaranteed category leader, and then an extreme or super leader. Obviously the 120 leads, or if you happen to get Vegito Blue or Rose in that slot, they're not as relevant now, but most of them are still very relevant on all the teams that they fit on. And then the first one is one of the older units, but they all have easy A's. I think they even refer to it as an easy A unit, so they're all good now as well, thanks to easy A's being so good. So this banner has guaranteed value. So the whole point of this video, I have seen people commenting ever since this banner came out on JP, even like before the 4 year, of people saying that they're going to skip X, Y, and Z banner to save for Kale and Caulifla. I even saw people saying they were going to skip the 4 year to save for Kale and Caulifla. You know, saying you're going to skip the Heroes banner to save for Kale and Caulifla, I can see the logic. All of these units are good, but they're nowhere near as good as Kale and Caulifla. That is obviously very true. I've seen people say they're going to skip this banner. Well, I mean, the Kale and Caulifla, so to clarify, the Kale and Caulifla banner, if we follow the schedule for JP, should actually go here, because it should come before all of these, right? But people are saying, oh, well, not necessarily skip, because this banner comes first, but people are saying things like, oh, I don't care about summoning on these banners, I'm just going to go ham on this one. Or I'm not going to summon on this, I'm going to go ham on Kale and Caulifla. And then obviously we just had the confirmation for the 300 million downloads, and I've already seen posts of people saying I'm going to skip I'm going to skip the 300 million downloads. We don't even know what it is. Like, if it's a dual Dokkan Fest like it was last year, obviously transforming Frieza and Goku, they're good units, but they're not great. But you never know, like this new dual Dokkan Fest, they could be two of the best units in the game. And I'm already seeing people saying they're going to skip it to save for LR, Kale and Caulifla. And so this was the whole point of this video, and why I started off by talking about value, is that mindset is absolutely insane, right? Let's have a look at the banner. So look at all these featured units, and let's have a look at, for most people, which of these units that you actually want. So obviously you want to pull LR, Kale and Caulifla. They're the best unit in the game. There's pretty much no arguing that at this point. The new STR Kale and Tech Caulifla that get added are both very, very good units. That's true. They're very worth having in your box. The Int Ribrienne is obviously the summonable Peppy Gal's leader, and we just found out she is getting an awakening very soon on JP, and she becomes absolutely insane. Like, the Peppy Gal's team will just be ridiculous, especially if you have all 4 of these units. Kefla is a little bit outdated, but still good, especially if you don't have LR Vegito for the Patara team. Bulla is a very, very good support unit. The Kid Chi-Chi gets a decent awakening. Tech 18 is very good. And then the old Kale and Caulifla, Int Hit, and AGL God Goku are all very outdated units that most people do not care about at this point. So you might be thinking, well, you just said all of these top row units and the 18 are really good, so why does this banner not have value? Well, it's an LR banner, right? So those of you who summoned on the Baby and GT Trio banner that we just got will probably know what I'm talking about if you had luck that was anywhere near as bad as mine. So on the GT Trio and Baby banner, I have so far, I say so far, I've definitely stopped now, but I have spent 1,050 stones on that banner, and I pulled 0 LRs. So for me, that banner had 0 value. Whereas if I spent 1,050 stones on this banner, I would get all of these featured units. I'd probably be able to rainbow at least 1 or 2 of these, probably more depending how lucky I get. 1,050 stones on these, especially when they're on the 3+1, is going to get me tons of stuff. I still might not pull featured units, but I'm more likely to with that many summons, right? And then even, well, I mean, I'd never do 1,050 stones on this one, and you can't on this one, but you could very easily spend 1,000 stones on this banner and not pull anything. Whereas if you spend 1,000 stones on any of these other banners, sure, you might not pull the main featured unit. Like, you could easily go 1,000 stones on this banner and not pull Trunks, but you might pull another Gogeta. You might pull... Well, actually, no, they're bad examples. Blue Evolution Vegeta's good, but who knows? You might pull some Gogetas on this banner. You might pull some Brolys. You might pull Ink Goku Black or Turles. This banner is way better, by the way. Just, I mean, that'll be a later video, but you could do 1,000 stones on this, and say you pull like 10 featured units. They could be AGL God Goku in hit, like 10 copies of physical Kale. Like, this banner has no value aside from LR Kale and Caulifla. So if you summon a lot in the game, LRs will come with time, right? If you are free to play or you do not spend a lot of money on this game, this banner is not worth spending your stones on. Now, obviously, everyone differs. I mean, sometimes even if I'm going to skip a banner, I'll do one multi just in case. And yes, there are going to be people out there who will do one multi on this banner and they will pull Kale and Caulifla. In fact, I'm sure there's probably even someone in the comment section who didn't watch the video all the way through before deciding to type out, I did one multi and I pulled Kale and Caulifla. So obviously that is going to happen to some people, but you have to understand that those people are the very bare minimum. When you see people posting on Twitter that they pulled LRs on like their first multi or their first single, that's because they want to show off the hype, like awesome pull that they just got. But you don't see the other like 10,000 people who don't tweet saying, oh, I spent 1,000 stones and didn't get anything. So this banner has no guaranteed value. So I absolutely would recommend, if you are free to play or you do not spend a lot of money on the game, don't have the mindset that you want to save for this banner. Don't skip things like the heroes cards, wherever the 300 million downloads is going to be, Trunks and Zamasu. Like, don't go all out on this banner and then, for example, it could even be like 2 weeks later, these banners drop and you have no stones. So I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who have pulled LRs on their debut LR banner in like a couple of multis. It does happen for people. I've pulled LRs on like first or second multis on LR banners. Never the actual new featured one, but it has happened before. But it's very, very rare. And like I said, I am over 1,000 stones deep on the most recent LR banner, and I didn't pull a single LR, let alone the actual new like one. And there was 2 new ones on the GT one. So I just wanted to put this out there. It is a little bit of a rant. I know it's a little bit sloppy and all over the place because, like I said, I didn't really plan it out, but it's just really getting on my nerves. I'm seeing all these people that are basically ignoring other things that are going on in the game because they are so focused on summoning on this banner. And I hate to be the one to tell you, but you are more likely than not to be disappointed if you spend all of your stones on this banner. So let me know what you think down below. Obviously, I'm not like in any way trashing this unit. Like, the banner's not great, even though some of these other units are pretty good. And LR, Kale and Caulifla are the best unit in the game. There's no doubt about that. And you guys know I like to wail. I will be doing at least one summon video on their banner and hoping to get lucky. But if the 4 years anything to go by, then I'm not going to hold my breath. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you free to play? Are you a whale? Let me know what you're planning to do. Let me know how you are planning to spend your stones, especially now that you consider Global basically doesn't have vendors anymore, so it's not as easy to whale out on every single banner as it has been in the past. So anyway, that is going to be it for the video, guys. Thanks for sticking with me through this rant if you are still here. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comments. Follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. Those links are in the description, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.